Welcome to my channel Liberty Old Coin and 3 Coin History and story about time, change, and hidden opportunity. A story that reminds us how ordinary moments can quietly turn into something extraordinary when history decides to leave a mark. First tap this video is about one single coin, not a collection and not multiple pieces, but one powerful example that represents millions of stories and decades of Australian heritage. The Australia 50-cent 1971 Elizabeth II coin was created during a period when Australia was confidently shaping its modern identity. The early 1970s were years of national growth, cultural pride, and economic transformation, and this coin was part of that journey. It carried the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a symbol of continuity and stability, during a time when the nation was balancing tradition with progress. This coin was made to serve everyday Australians, to be used in markets, shops, and daily life, but it was also designed to stand out. The distinctive 12-sided shape of the 50-cent coin, already familiar by 1971, made it instantly recognizable and gave it a strong visual identity unlike any other denomination. The reason this coin was issued was simple yet powerful. Australia needed a durable, easily identifiable high-value coin for circulation, and the 50-cent piece fulfilled that role perfectly. The 1971 issue continued this mission, ensuring the public had a reliable coin that represented national authority and trust. What makes the 1971 Elizabeth II 50-cent coin so special today is how history has elevated it beyond its original purpose. Over time, collectors began to appreciate not just its design, but its place in Australia's monetary timeline. Coins from this era capture the spirit of a generation that is slowly fading into history. Its value is deeply connected to demand. Around the world, collectors actively search for high-grade examples of this coin, especially those with strong detail, sharp edges, and clean surfaces. Each surviving piece becomes more desirable as years pass and fewer remain in excellent condition. This coin is valuable because it represents a mature phase of Australian decimal currency. It is not just metal, it is a historical document you can hold in your hand, linking the reign of Elizabeth II with Australia's evolving national story. Many people underestimate coins like this, but experienced collectors understand that long-term value often grows quietly. The 1971 50-cent coin has proven itself as a steady and respected collectible, gaining attention in auctions and private sales alike. Another reason for its high appeal is its broad collector base. It attracts royal memorabilia collectors, Australian coin enthusiasts, and investors who focus on historical circulation coins. This wide interest keeps demand strong and prices competitive. When condition reaches premium levels, this coin enters a completely different category. Uncirculated or near-perfect examples are especially sought after, and competition among buyers can drive prices sharply upward. The maximum value of the Australia 50-cent 1971 Elizabeth II coin can reach up to $2,500 in top-grade condition, especially when certified or presented with exceptional quality. This is where excitement truly begins, because such prices show how far a simple circulation coin can rise. Collectors are willing to pay these amounts because they are not just buying a coin, they are securing a piece of national memory. Coins like this become harder to replace as time moves forward, which strengthens their long-term value. This is why holding on to such a coin can feel like holding on to potential. What once passed casually through hands now stands as an object of pride, discussion, and serious financial interest. The story of this coin proves that value is not always immediate. Sometimes it grows quietly, shaped by history, scarcity, and human fascination with the past. For anyone watching this video, the message is clear. Pay attention to what you have. That single 1971 Australian 50-cent Elizabeth II coin could be far more important than it appears at first glance. Coins like this reward patience, curiosity, and belief in history. They remind us that everyday objects can become extraordinary treasures when time and demand align. As interest in Australian coins continues to grow worldwide, the future for this piece looks strong. Its reputation, history, and collector appeal position it as a standout example of how value can rise from ordinary beginnings. This is not just a coin from 1971. It is a symbol of Australia's past and a powerful reminder that sometimes The most valuable stories are the ones already in your pocket. Next coin. This is the 1995 Australian $1 coin, a piece that holds a fascinating and promising place in the realm of modern numismatics. Featuring the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael Maklauf, this coin is far more than just a common piece of currency. Its story is one of limited opportunity and rising collector interest, setting the stage for significant future value. The journey of this coin began with its release into circulation in 1995, a year that marks it as part of the early series of Australia's iconic $1 coin, which first replaced the note in 1984. What truly sets the $1,995 apart is its mintage story. While millions were struck, the vast majority entered circulation and spent decades being handled, worn, and lost. Finding a $1,995 in truly pristine, uncirculated condition is a genuine challenge today. Coins that survived the last 3 decades without a single scratch or mark are becoming increasingly scarce. This scarcity in top grades is the fundamental engine that drives its value upward, creating a classic supply and demand scenario that savvy collectors understand perfectly. The history of this coin is tied to a nation's economic identity, as the $1 coin, with its distinctive 5 kangaroos design, became a workhorse of Australian commerce. But the 1995 issue is now a historical artifact, a snapshot of a specific moment in the reign of Queen Elizabeth II and in Australia's modern history. Each year that passes further separates that era from our own, adding layers of historical context and making well-preserved examples more desirable as tangible pieces of the past. Examining the current market reveals the exciting potential of this coin. A standard circulated $1,995 might only sell for its face value or a small premium. However, the maximum value is found in those exceptional, flawless specimens. Coins graded at the very highest levels by services like PCGS or NGC, such as MS67 or above, command impressive prices. At auction, these top-tier examples have realized prices well over $1,000, a staggering return on a $1 face value. The trajectory for the $1,995 is profoundly positive. As more collectors enter the hobby seeking affordable series with high growth potential, early-date coins like this become primary targets. The existing population of high-grade coins is fixed. No more perfect $1,995 will ever be created. Meanwhile, the number of collectors competing for them only grows, creating constant upward pressure on the maximum achievable price. This is a textbook recipe for numismatic success. Consider the emotional and historical connection this coin embodies. For many, it represents childhood, a specific year, or the enduring symbol of the Australian spirit through its kangaroo design. This emotional resonance translates directly into market demand. Collectors are not just buying a piece of metal. They are acquiring a memory, a piece of art, and a certified piece of national heritage, all factors that exponentially increase its worth beyond mere metal content. The international market for Australian coinage is stronger than ever. Collectors in Asia, Europe, and North America actively seek out key Australian decimal coins, viewing them as a stable and growing segment of the numismatic world. The $1,995, as an early issue in a globally recognized series, benefits immensely from this international attention. This worldwide demand pool ensures that competition for the finest examples is fierce and borders are irrelevant to its value. Grading is absolutely paramount to unlocking the maximum value of your $1,995. A coin that appears perfect to the naked eye can, under a magnifier, reveal tiny imperfections that separate a $100 coin from a $1,000 coin. Professional certification removes all doubt, encapsulating the coin's condition and authenticity forever. For a coin with this much potential, third-party grading is not an expense. It is the most critical investment you can make to secure its financial future. Look at the auction records over the past decade. They show a consistent and clear trend. The peaks for the finest known $1,995 are getting higher. Each new auction record resets the market's understanding of what is possible. Early buyers of high-grade examples have already seen phenomenal growth, and all indicators suggest this growth is not a bubble, but but a steady appreciation based on undeniable scarcity and sustained demand. The design itself contributes to its value. The obverse features a mature portrait of a queen who would go on to become the longest-reigning British monarch, a figure of immense historical significance. The reverse, with its dynamic mob of 5 kangaroos, is an iconic and beloved symbol recognized worldwide. This combination of historical portraiture and iconic national imagery creates a coin that is perennially attractive, ensuring its appeal will never fade. Every year, countless circulated $1,995 are further worn, damaged, or even melted. This attrition effect constantly, silently shrinks the total available supply. Even coins stored in average conditions may develop toning or minor surface issues over time. This natural process makes the existing pool of gem-quality coins seem even smaller by comparison, enhancing their status as rare survivors and tightening the supply available to serious collectors. For investors looking beyond traditional markets, high-grade numismatic coins like the $1,995 offer a compelling alternative asset. Its value is not tied to stock market fluctuations or interest rates. It is a tangible asset with a verifiable independent market. A top-grade $1,995 represents a store of value that can be held in your hand, with a provenance and a condition census that guarantees its uniqueness and enduring worth. The stories behind high-value sales are motivating. Ordinary individuals who took the time to inspect their change, or who held on to a coin from a cash register decades ago, have discovered they possess a small fortune. These are not myths, they are documented sales. Your $1,995 could be the next coin to realize its maximum potential at a major auction house, turning a simple piece of pocket change into a life-enhancing windfall. The community of decimal coin collectors is one of the fastest growing in numismatics. New reference books, dedicated online forums, and specialized auction events are all focused on modern coins like the $1,995. This structured, enthusiastic community provides a strong and stable foundation for the market, ensuring liquidity and transparent pricing, especially for coins in the highest graded tiers where the maximum values are achieved. Do not underestimate the power of patience in realizing this coin's maximum value. Numismatics is a long-term game. Holding a certified, high-grade $1,995 for another 5, 10, or 20 years allows the natural market forces of scarcity and growing demand to work fully in your favor. Time is the ally of every rare coin, and with each passing year, the $1,995 becomes older, rarer in top condition, and more historically significant. Comparing it to other modern rarities provides a powerful perspective. Coins from the 1980s and 1990s and other world currencies have exploded in value when condition rarity is present. The 1995 Australian dollar sits squarely in this sweet spot of being old enough to be scarce, but new enough to still be within living memory, a combination that attracts both seasoned collectors and new enthusiasts, broadening its buyer base dramatically. The technical specifications of the coin add to its robustness. Struck in aluminium bronze, it is a durable coin, but that durability makes finding a truly flawless example all the more remarkable. The fact that such a coin can survive decades in a state of pristine preservation is a minor miracle, and the market pays a tremendous premium for these miracles of survival, rewarding those who had the foresight to protect them. Your action today is crucial. The first step is to carefully examine your coin. Look for the sharpness of the kangaroo's tails and the queen's hair detail. Check for any bag marks or scratches. If it appears immaculate, your next step is immediate professional evaluation and grading. Submitting this coin for certification is the decisive act that transitions it from a maybe to a definite high-value asset, ready for the marketplace. The maximum value of a gem $1,995 is not a static number. It is a moving target that climbs with every major auction result. While past sales have soared into the thousands, the ceiling for the future is open. As the collecting world fully recognizes the absolute rarity of these conditioned census examples, the potential for a new record-breaking sale is always on the horizon. Your coin could be the one to set that next record. Second coin, the Australia $2.1988 Elizabeth II coin, stands as a powerful symbol of change, ambition, and national confidence at the end of the 20th century. This single coin represents a turning point in Australian currency history and has grown into one of the most talked about pieces among modern collectors. Issued in 1988, this coin was created during a landmark year for Australia. The nation was celebrating its bicentenary, marking 200 years since European settlement, and the atmosphere across the country was filled with reflection, pride, and forward-looking energy. The decision to introduce the $2 coin came from a practical and economic need. Australia wanted a durable, long-lasting replacement for the $2 banknote, and a coin made perfect sense for circulation, efficiency, and long-term savings. Featuring Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, the coin reinforced continuity and stability within the Australian monetary system. Her portrait connected Australia's modern currency with its constitutional monarchy and long-standing traditions. The reverse design, featuring the iconic Aboriginal elder, added deep cultural meaning. It honored Australia's Indigenous heritage and sent a strong message about respect, history, and identity, making the coin emotionally powerful as well as visually striking. From the moment it entered circulation, the 1988 $2 coin attracted attention. People immediately recognized it as something new, something important, and something connected to a historic national moment. Today, interest in this coin is strong and constantly growing. Thousands of collectors around the world actively search for early $2 issues, and the 1988 Elizabeth II coin sits at the top of many want lists. The demand comes from many directions. Australian collectors seek it for its first-year significance. Royal collectors value the Elizabeth II portrait, and investors recognize its long-term potential as an iconic circulation coin. Its current value already reflects this demand. Well-preserved circulated examples often trade confidently in the collector market, while higher-grade pieces command significantly stronger prices. The excitement truly rises when condition improves. Coins with sharp detail, clean surfaces, and minimal wear attract serious buyers who are willing to compete to secure the best examples. In premium, uncirculated, or specially preserved condition, the maximum value of the Australia $2 1988 Elizabeth II coin can reach up to $1,800, and sometimes more when demand peaks among dedicated collectors. People are willing to pay these prices because this coin represents the birth of an entire denomination. Every $2 coin that followed traces its origin back to this historic first issue. Another reason for its strength is emotional connection. Coins tied to major national celebrations often become lifelong keepsakes, and as time passes, fewer remain in top condition. The market for this coin is active and international. Online platforms, auctions, and private sales show consistent interest, proving that many people want to buy it and are watching closely for quality examples. Collectors understand that early issues carry prestige. Owning the 1988 $2 coin is like owning the foundation stone of modern Australian high-denomination coinage. Its value is not accidental. It is built on history, cultural significance, limited top-grade survival, and a broad base of motivated buyers. As years go by, this coin continues to gain recognition. Younger collectors are discovering it, while experienced collectors are holding tightly, reducing availability even further. This steady reduction in supply strengthens long-term prices and increases competition whenever a strong example appears on the market. For anyone holding this coin, it represents more than money. It represents timing, awareness, and the ability to recognize importance before everyone else does. The Australia $2 1988 Elizabeth II coin proves that modern coins can become powerful collectibles when history, design, and national meaning come together. This is why it stands today as a valuable and respected piece, admired not only for what it is made of, but for the story it tells and the future potential it still carries.